Welcome to the AIU Symposium on Exponential Personal Growth. My name is Dr. Edward Lambert, hosting this event. So the next presenter is going to be Chadini Tracy, who is coming to us from, what country are you coming to us from?
I'm from Zimbabwe.
From Zimbabwe. And what are you studying at AIU?
Special needs education. Doctorate in special needs education.
And so do you have a presentation to share? Do you want me to share it from my computer?
Yeah, I have. I'm ready with exponential growth.
All right. So do you want me to share your presentation from my computer?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yes,
Give me 1 second.
All right.
To find your presentation and open it up. There we go. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and start.
My name is Tracy Chadini. I'm from Zimbabwe, studying with Atlantic International University, the Department of Social Sciences. My major is special needs education. And I've got a topic to present, exponential growth. Thank you, Dr. Edward, for adding me into this panel of presenting. And I'm glad to have all the presenters. I've been listening to some comments. And here is my presentation.
Tracy Chadini, when you need to change the slide, just let me know and I'll change it for you.
Okay, can I have the next slide? Right, thank you very much, Doctor. I will first look at the presentation objectives. By the end of this presentation, participants who are here present should be able to define exponential growth. They should be able to give a brief background to exponential growth. They have to understand that there are laws which govern the exponential growth that support the personal exponential growth. And they should be, at the end, be motivated into exponential growth. Can I have the next slide?
Hello. Hello, Tracy.
Hello, can I have the next slide?
The next slide, this one here, introduction.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you very much. I would like to say we are living in the rapid changing world technologically, which calls for our advancement in human resource development. That is what we are calling now the personal exponential growth. The rate of development should be in the tandem with the rapid changing world. In the past, People use to mechanical methods of doing things. For example, if you get in banks, they were having their way of doing things in industries, but now it is fully automated. We have got new technology. Human resources should develop to match with this change. The exponential growth does not have a speed, if you look at it. It is the way the speed itself keeps the changing that is very important. And this is from Stevens 2020. I'm done with that slide. Can I have the next slide? The world has gone through different evolutionary cycles. First, there was Stone Age, and it is done. Next, there was Iron Age, where people experienced their way of life. And now we have Industrial Age. And lastly, we are in the new technological age. With these revolutions, there must be a personal exponential growth. That's the topic we are looking at today. Next stage. And before we go any further, we have to understand these definitions. According to Brasik 2016, Expo means a large international exhibition. This is designed to showcase the achievement of every nation. Now, the whole word now, exponential growth. Hask took it in his own way and defined it as an international universal principle and can be used to describe any increase that is proportional to what is already there. And next slide. So we have to understand, when given a topic like this, exponential growth, you never know who you are. If you might not have been doing what is expected for you to grow. Success is about personal growth, not techniques, not strategies, but methods. And this comes from Para 2014. Growth itself feels awkward because it means not yet, you're not yet there. We are struggling to get there, but we are not yet there. Growth is a dance between pressing forward and falling short of at the same time. Growth stops when you choose comfort over discomfort. And a lot of people, they don't want discomfort. So you cannot grow when you are in the comfort zone. Growing leads us banking against and pressing through resistance. This growth brings discomfort. If you choose comfort, you stop growing, and hence exponential growth won't be realized. Growth is stepping past what you have did in the past and looking forward for success. Let me have another slide. I looked at the 10 laws of exponential growth. One of the greatest words in English language is potential. It seeks optimism, hope, success, and promises. The word potential is filled with possibilities, and it is excited about one's future. You have to shape up your future. You have to create a bright future for oneself. We must grow to reach our potential. If we don't grow, we lose a lot of things in our life. To grow, again, we must learn to have the right attitude, to discover a purpose for growing. You have to make a goal. You have to have a self-awareness of who you are and what you are expecting in life. According to Maxwell, exponential growth has laws to be followed if one wants to succeed. Let's look at the laws, the 10 laws. Can I have the next slide? There's law number 1, the law of intentionality. Growth is not an overnight event. It's not like a dream. It's not anything which you can achieve in hours or minutes. One is responsible. If one is responsible for the growth, it takes persistence, faith, patience, knowledge, and of course, action to achieve what we want to achieve. Growth is not easy and requires one to get out of comfort zone. You have to face some discomfort. If you remain in comfort zone, there's no exponential growth. The second law is the law of awareness. One must be aware of his or her growth. One has to set goals of what he or she wants to achieve. You cannot just grow from anywhere. You have to set a goal and strive to achieve that goal. You have to find a group of people that are already there in that cycle and associate with them so that you can achieve your goals and be successful. The third law is the law of mirror. This law sees oneself in a mirror as successful and confident in trying new things. If you want to grow, you have to try new things in your life. And you have to accept some risks. Speak positive about yourself. That I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Don't accept failure in life. Never discourage yourself. Go for it. As I was starting this doctorate, a lot of people discouraged me. Where are you going to get the money to pay for that doctorate? But here am I. I'm still struggling. I'm still working for my fees. I'm still struggling to pay my fees to get something which is tangible, something which is great in my life. Never discourage yourself, as I said. Understand that it is okay with yourself and get rid of limitation beliefs. Can I have the next slide? The fourth law is the law of reflection. When you are growing, you have to reflect what's going on in your life. Take moments to reflect on what you have learned and what you have done. And record some things which you have achieved and record your failures again, so that next time we won't have more failures, we have more achievements. Review of what you learned is important to achieve your dreams. We have to set up the dreams, and you keep on visiting those dreams so that you can make some achievements in line with those dreams. So to grow, you need some refreshing pulse. The fifth law is the law of consistency. When motivated, one can get going. And what you do should be consistent. Discipline keeps one growing. You ought to have to be disciplined in what you are doing so as to grow. One should develop the good habits, and then lead these good habits will lead them to success. George Lomas said, you have got to get up early in the morning with determination. With determination, if you are going to bed with satisfaction. You see, you have to plan the whole day so that when you go to bed, you'll be satisfied with what you have done for that day, and you look afresh for the next day. Can I have the next law, please? The sixth law is the law of environment. Growth thrives in conducive surroundings. There must be a conducive environment so that you can have exponential growth. Mark Kane says, the first step towards success is taken when you refuse to be a captive of the environment you first find yourself in. You have to change, you have to move on. You must have a focus. I have heard another presentation talking about a focus. You should have a focus so that you can be successful in your life. So if I may ask, where are you now? Are you growing? Do you have a focus? Do you have something which you are looking forward to achieve? Are you in the growth, environmental growth, where your surroundings are depending on you for improvement, for your life to be successful? Your environment includes the people in your life, your family, your colleagues, your workmates. Those ones, they will help you, they will lift you up, they will make you achieve your dreams. One cannot get ahead if the people around them keep pulling you down. You won't get successful. People you associate with on daily basis are your reference group. So you should have, in order to have exponential growth, you should have a reference group which will back you up. And you have to choose them carefully. If you don't choose them carefully, they will drag you down. They will post you into the wrong route, and you end up in having a disaster. Then there's the law of design. Design your own life plan. Admire something which you can design the plan of your life, the life which you want to be until you die. Do not fall into someone else's plan. Just admiring someone who has his or her plan, and you just jump into that without a dream, without a focus. Become proactive about your life in the areas in which you plan to grow. Can I have the 8th law up to the 10th law? So you have to plan. you have to make some design, right? There's the law of pain. Good management of bad experience leads to great growth. One must suffer in order to gain something which is good. You have to suffer. I'm suffering from this for this doctorate. I need it. I need to be recognized as a doctor. So you have to suffer. You have to meet some pain of paying fees, doing some assignments, doing what today I'm presenting. It's not easy to present. Difficult events in life are never to be fun, but one can grow from painful experiences. I'm going through hard times to raise fees for this doctorate. I haven't completed it, but I'm about to. If there's no pain, there's no gain, there's no investment. The law of the ladder. The higher you go, the shakier things become. One can achieve that, what he or she does, by struggling to go up the ladder, never down the ladder. Let's strive to go up. Being of good character should matter more if you want to be successful. Character growth determines the height of your personal growth. So you have to have a good character so as to have the height of your personal growth. The last law, the law of the rubber band. Stretch out the rubber band, get out of the comfort zone. You ought to have a discomfort. Do not let the rubber band become limp. Stretching involves a lot of change, and some changes are very painful, but you have to go for it for you to be successful. Stretching includes taking risks, yes, which is a very courageous act one should do. Can I move on to the next slide? So there's a secret of my personal exponential growth. That's my own secret. The secret of my success is found in my daily agenda. Every day I make an agenda, and I will make sure that every activity on my agenda is done. Personal growth is not an event, but a process over time, and not a single event. There are many events that will make up a single point. I'm an AIU student doing my PhD. My major area is special needs education. I'm a teacher at a primary school, also a lecturer at a women university in Africa. I adopt some habits that are fueling my personal growth. My tutors train me the following habits to follow. These tutors I'm referring are AIU tutors, which I'm following, the habits which I'm following now. They taught me to set personal growth objectives. I ought to have some objectives which I should achieve, and make some comments, make some evaluations at the end of the day or at the end of the month. I had to plan and learn something every day, something new every day. so that I become a lifelong learner. I have to learn. My growth is intentional, and it is strategic and effective. I always go back to my tutors, ask them on emails, chat with them, ask something. Even if I face some challenges at my workplace, I always come back to them, and they always help me. And they are helping me to pay up my fees. I have to focus. I've heard another presentation saying about focus. I ought to have a focus. My growth in the area where I can add value and have the greatest strength in that area, so as to be successful. And my tutors also taught me to apply what I learn. Don't just learn and just pile it right in the corner. Personal growth is an uphill climb. I've seen a mountain, a graph there going up and down. That personal growth should do. You have to face some challenges, but you ought to keep on climbing. Apply what you have learned. And sometimes it is very difficult, but you have to go for it, for a change, for you to grow. I have to share, and I have learned with those who are around me. Can I have the next slide? You can learn that reference group, as I said. And I was also taught to reflect on what I learned. Don't just learn anything without revisiting. Reflecting on what I learned will motivate me to look forward and tomorrow, and to help other people to achieve their goals. We can never be tomorrow. What we do not do today. Today first, then tomorrow. Have a daily discipline to spend time reflecting on daily activities, no matter where you are. This will help you to evaluate and make some strategic plans for the future. Associating with like-minded people. Look for people with the same interests with you. Birds of the same feather, they flock together. If you are interested in the growth, look for people who are interested in the growth, who are out of the comfort zone, in the discomfort zone, who are struggling to get something which is great in their life. Choose them carefully. Feeling what I learned. I learned to file information for future. Spread the news of personal growth to various institutions, universities, companies, and business people. And I start working on the personal growth even today. Can I have the next slide? So, in conclusion, exponential growth is not easy. It's not an easy event at all, but it's a process with some strategies, with some stages, with some steps. If it is not a bed of roses, but needs endurance, self-discipline, and hard work. Thank you for listening to this presentation, and I welcome some comments and any help which you offer so that I can achieve the exponential growth. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Tracy Chadini. I don't see any hands raised. Are there any comments? Bernardo, Do you want to add something here? I see you.
Actually, I have appreciated the presentation and how the work was organized. Thank you, my sister, for the hard work.
Welcome, welcome.
And that is what we mean, growth.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, as always, I'm defending, like you have brought it, the law of environment.
Yes.
You actually has come on my mind. Yeah, and maybe what I will talk here is what Dr. Emmanuel Galax was saying.
Yeah.
Maybe about the levels where you can have marks of difference of growth. On my personal view and analyzing, we are deal with the science and like a main situation, and each person has a different view and the desire on where he want to reach. And also we have different societies where we are not able to measure the equality of exponential growth.
Yes.
So maybe for those situations where a systematic, like academic is systematic, we have a background of a certain level, secondary school, then from there, we can measure now, say, no, from here, this is a normal growth, it is exponential growth. And then now, even like that, according to society, some, when they take like a secondary school, for them is a lot because of the background where this person is coming from.
Yes.
My friend, Dr. Wilson in Zambia, he says some challenges, if we are taken to some other people, maybe they should not resist, they should die. So, maybe to try to bring the to measure, like we have to analyze from here is exponential growth. For someone, just eating is exponential growth.
Yeah.
Just eating.
Yeah.
Maybe for someone, just getting married is exponential growth.
Yeah.
So some of the things we have to do research and analyze what is acceptable, but we can't bring the all in the same view because we were born in different family, in different place. We have different opportunities on that, and we have different beliefs. So that make difference. And also in terms of moral principles and ambition, I can't desire to be you like I want to be you. That now is a conflict. So this is actually a big topic where for me here, maybe the line as we are doing with education, all of us, we want to reach a level that is acceptable. Like here in Angola, those who are at secondary school, from secondary school, can work. I was in Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, it's not acceptable like you have a secondary school and you are employed. Like in Zambia also, it's not acceptable. but here in Angola, you can work according to your experience. So that is what I wanted to comment, but I really appreciate your presentation. Thank you for everyone.
Tracy Chadini, do you want to respond to any of that?
Yeah, I understand, as he has just said, that everyone else is a focus. They want to achieve something, and we cannot all achieve the same goals, if he has just said. So it's up to an individual to choose an area which he or she wants to grow accordingly. I thank you.
Okay, let's move on. Hoda, I'm going to ask you to unmute your microphone. Hoda.
I'm here.
There you go. We can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Sorry if you find that my English is very poor, because I'm a French boy from Burkina Faso. I tried to achieve my PhD degree in agriculture science. I clap my hands for Chadini. I understand what she says. Yeah, I'm very glad she gave the words of order. In French, we say les mots d'ordre, the slogans, les slogans for exponential growth. I want to sum up. For me, exponential growth is a kind of ladder to climb. This ladder to climb, I call it a awaken stair. In French, we say escalier d'éveil. This awakened stair begins with something that affects you. It can be natural calamity, social joyful events, war, sport, etc. So facing this situation, you analyze by means of information you have to gather. And the result of these informations analyzing is to break paradigm. And we have to build a new paradigm with a goal to achieve at a given date. At this date, you evaluate again and you engage yourself in a new paradigm with a new goal, so on, so on. Here is how I understand exponential growth. Thank you.
Okay. Tracy Chadini, do you want to respond to this?
Yeah, I just appreciate on what he has just said. Although he's just breaking. I have a problem with the the internet here, and it's not all that stable. It keeps on breaking. I'm glad I've managed to present without any problem. But I appreciate what you have just said. Thank you.
Let's go on to Emmanuel. And the next will be Kumi Sefadin.
Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hello, how are you, Emmanuel?
Yeah, I'm fine. You are extraordinary. Thank you very much. You know, I learned a lot from you. I learned a lot from you. And after this moment, I'll stand up and I will make my way. But my question is that, you know, I'm doing education, but in this group, I need a fellow, someone with whom I can share a lot of things, like exponential growth, something like that.
Yes.
So I am in Mali, you are in Zimbabwe, I think.
Yes, I am.
How it will be possible to work together and to advise each other. Thank you for your understanding. We
can connect and share through the emails.
Yeah, email. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you send me your email?
All right, I will do that.
Okay, I am Suleiman from Mali.
Which address now?
Mali, Suleiman from Mali. You can write. This is my email. Balaira yes. @gmail.com. gmail.com. Is it okay?
Gmail.
Write it in the chat. You can go ahead and
write it in the chat.
Can you
write it in the chat?
Write it in chat.
On the chat, yes.
It's easier to see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's go on to Kumi Safedin. Let me ask you to unmute your microphone. Can anybody hear very well?
Hello.
I suggest that you write your question in chat.
Yeah, you're coming in broken. You're coming in broken.
We cannot hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear him.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Lambert.
Well, let's go on.
Are you hearing me?
We're going to go to Emmanuel. Emmanuel has his hand up.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Lambert.
Can you hear me? This is Kumi speaking.
Hello. This is Dr. Emmanuel Kiboko. I'm from Kenya. I'm doing a PhD in public health in AIU. Now, thank you very much, Tracy, for what you have presented. Now, what I was suggesting, Tracy, that instead of calling this one laws of potential of potential growth, there should be principles of potential growth, not laws.
Yeah. Welcome.
And they are really good principles that one should follow. Not that they are laws that one follows, but principles are better. Now, I'm very grateful with what you have achieved, at least through your personal effort and all those principles you have laid out. In fact, it makes it easier for someone now to assess how you are developing potentially. Through all those 10 principles you have laid out, one can judge, how am I getting on with this? How am I getting on with this? How am I getting on with this? This is very, very, very interesting. And I thank Edward for the support. He has said that actually potential growth is not a universal thing. Potential growth, exponential growth in America is not the same as exponential growth for me in Kenya. Something that I might do here can be an exponential growth, but in America it might not be, because circumstances vary, and those principles you have put down really give us those differences, such that you can estimate yourself in your environment and your culture, so that you know you are actually having potential growth. But this is a very good presentation. Thank you very much.
Welcome. I use principle now instead of laws. I welcome that statement.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Kumi Seferin.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Hello.
Yes, I would like to say my name is Kumi, doing a master's in peace and development studies. I'm from South Sudan. I have been listening to Tracy, and I think she has actually mentioned some of very, very important principles, and I feel a lot from that. Of one's bad experience leads to exponential growth. I think that is very true. There are so many times whereby several people can come from some bad experiences, but they do not learn from that and they take it negatively, and then it impacts very negatively on them. And I think she has really mentioned very good points of learning from one experience. And then she also said that we should not follow somebody's plan, which is really good, that on growth. Thank you.
Okay, looks like his connection froze. Tracy Chadini, can you respond to anything that he said there?
All right, thank you, Doctor. Yes, we are individual different, and we know what each and every one of us want. And he say the principles, they can sometimes match. Principles are very difficult to achieve them in some countries, just because of the way they review their exponential growth. So here in Zimbabwe, we just follow those principles. I just follow those ones, getting guidance from my tutors, and I make some evaluations every day. I set up some goals. I'll make sure that I review what I've done in the past, what I have learned that day. I'll make some evaluation so that I measure whether I have achieved or I need some improvement. I thank you.
Okay, let's move on. I don't see anybody else with a question up. I see Siobhan Sakaraya. Do you have a question or a comment?
Hello, everyone.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Thank you, Dr. Lambert. My name is Siobhan Sakaraya from Tanzania. I'm pursuing a doctorate in project management. And for this symposium, it's really fantastic for me, based on my background in engineering. But today I learned a lot from my colleagues, second presenter, first, second, and the third one. It's really very fantastic and warm, appreciated. So thank you very much. So from these three presentations, I can say I learned some questions. I mean, I got some answers, I can say, from that perspective, because exponential growth, I think you need to know who really you are. This question was very important. I can't figure out who mentioned this point, but I think a third presenter mentioned the second. This is very important comment for me, and I see a certain growth in it. And second question was in regard to exponential growth is to really know what you want. And most of the presenters coined it with a purpose, having a purpose, having focus on something. This was very important point from my side. And also the third point, what I saw is knowing how to get it. Because you know what you want, now you should know how to get it. Now, if you know the processes, and the third presenter, I think Madam Tracy, from the principles that we derived here, I mean, you narrated here is very important, and the uses, I think they can help one to know how to get what he needs. So to me, when I see now how to get exponentially grow, it means now you need to search for knowledge and share experience or gain experiences from your peers or colleagues and friends, as you mentioned. So knowledge plus experience, I think, is getting you somewhere. And this is what we call growth. Now it depends now in which area you are. So long as you are getting more experience and you're more knowledgeable in that experience, again, it means you're accumulating what we call competence, isn't it? As I can see from all the presenters. I was trying to derive a certain equation now, how to exponentially grow. So from second presenter and first presenter and third presenter, I can see all of you. You mentioned that someone needs constantly seek knowledge from what you want to grow on, from what you want to achieve. You must be knowledgeable of what you are doing and get more experience by learning from others, from learning from the guys who are done a lot on that area. Especially for me, I'm practicing project management. So I need to be equipped with the necessary knowledge, in this case, reading the books relating to project management. At the same time, I need to sit and find competent guys who are managing projects, learn from them, from the life experiences. I think from there, when I connect the two ideas, then I will get what I want. So thank you very much, dear presenters, my colleagues who have done a great job, and I was following you. I hope you have made my day, and I can wish you the best in all your doctorate studies. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome.
Tracy Chadini, would you like to go ahead and respond to that?
Yeah, as he has just said, it's a learning process, as I have said. I learn from others. I'm among the giants now. Those everyone is doing doctorate. I'm also doing doctorate, and I'm learning. I've learned a good lesson today of presenting. I haven't presented on this platform before, but I'm gaining confidence. And I also learned, I'm jotting down a lot of points from the presenters, the comments, I'm jotting them down so that I can improve my exponential growth. I thank you.
Let's see. EDC Sierra, do you still have something to say? I see your hand is still up.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lambert. I
Oopsie,
just
oh,
want to
Magagula.
appreciate. Yes, thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much, Tracy, for the very informative presentation. I have picked up some few fundamental points which are so much inspirational to me. I captured that for one, yes, we have different routes and dreams that we need to reach. But what is more significant for everybody is that you have to be prepared psychologically to move out of your comfort zone in order for one to climb up his exponential ladder and reach or realize some of the dreams. So I captured some few of the very important things also, that one has to make sure that the environment that he surrounds himself with is it's with people who will support and help him sort of reach his dream. So thank you very much. That one has to be objective and try to achieve what your dream or what you want to dream. Basically, I realized that reaching exponential growth is achieving something that we have not been having in the past. So every new achievement is an exponential growth for a person. So thank you very much, Tracy. I wish I could follow in your footsteps. I am Klopsile Makakula from Eswatini. I'm also a PhD student in inclusive education. Thank you so much.
Tracy Chadini, go ahead and respond.
Yeah, she's one of my colleagues. Inclusion.
Yes.
Inclusion, yes, you have to.
Yes.
You need to research more on different learners, learning with some disabilities, learners with, they also want to achieve their exponential growth, the learners with some disabilities. So we ought to research more on them and then include them into the mainstream so that they won't lose anything. They are not left behind. So I thank you. Well done. Keep on studying. Let's pull up the trail and let's go there and achieve our dreams. Let's help those learners in inclusion. I thank you.
Thank you so much.
I see Oda. Do you have your hand up again? Do you have something to add?
Yeah, okay, I'm here. I have a question to Chadini. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think if I say that we have 4 kinds of exponential growth? The first kind is material growth. Material exponential growth. I mean that you have money, you have a lot of material, and you are very joyful because you have a lot of materials. But one day, when you lose all these materials, your joy goes away, and your exponential growth in this domain becomes too slow. Here is the first exponential graph I explained. The second exponential graph is the knowledge. You are full of knowledge, but here you are not still happy. One day you can lose all the knowledge you have. The third exponential graph is the spiritual way. you can be an illuminated man, capable to do all the things in spiritual way, but still here you don't have the happiness. And the fourth one is the happiness exponential growth. Here is the fourth path of exponential growth. What do you think about what I say? Thank you. Thank you. I finished.
All right. If I heard your question quite well, I'm saying exponential growth. One needs it, whether rich or poor. Whether we've got a lot of material or not, but you still need to reach a certain level. Whether you are rich or poor, whether you've got all the material you want to get up to the top, but you still have to work for something else. No one will have everything else. You ought to set up a goal of what you want to achieve, of what that you don't have. And if I heard you quite well, you are saying, what if you lose? If you don't get that thing which you are striving to get, we will be down morally or what? You still have to struggle. You still have to go outside the comfort zone. If we have everything, money, material, and everything else, you won't grow. You still have to feel a pain. There must be a pain so as to gain something which you want. I think I've answered you. I don't know. Thank you for that.
It looks to me as if we don't have any more questions or comments. Nope. Well, Tracy Chadini, thank you so much for your presentation. I think everybody got a lot out of it.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, let's give an applause.